Is India on track to become an economic superpower? Let's break down the data. Welcome to today's video on India's economy in 2024, where we will discuss the performance of Indian economy from GDP to global ranking. First, we shall have a quick look at the highlights. Indian economy in 2024 will be known for its resilience and growth. As a country, it reinforced its position as a global economic powerhouse with a 6.6% growth rate in GDP. This growth is being supported by robust financial stability and strategic policy measures. This year, India has maintained a momentum towards surpassing major global economies. This progress is accompanied by record foreign direct investment inflows, flourishing export sector and significant advancements in infrastructure and financial regulations. Now let's dive deeper into the world of macroeconomics to know the performance of Indian economy for the past year. With a stable GDP growth rate of 6.6% and consistent growth trajectory of the economy, India became fifth largest economy and slowly narrowing down the gap with Germany, which stands at number 4. The growth rate of per capita income stood at 2.73%, which indicates progress in living standards of Indian households. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) released its FSR for December 2024. The report, published on December 30, 2024, aligns with the GDP growth projection of 6.6%. It must be noted that the FSR serves as a vital resource for understanding the stability of the financial sector and identifying potential risks, and issued twice a year. Improved asset quality of banks. The report notes that Indian banks have achieved a significant milestone, with gross non-performing assets (NPAs) declining to a 12-year low of 2.6% as of September 2024. This improvement is attributed to positive recovery efforts, the strategic write-off of legacy bad loans, and a slowdown in the accumulation of new bad assets. Economic growth outlook. The RBI projects India's GDP growth rate at 6.6% for the fiscal year 2024-25, indicating a recovery trajectory following the economic slowdown experienced during the first half of the fiscal year. This growth forecast underscores a positive outlook for the economy amid improving financial stability. Liquidity deficit challenges. The latest FSR notes that India's banking system is grappling with a growing liquidity deficit, which stood at 2.43 trillion Indian rupees. To address the issue, market participants anticipate measures like open market bond purchases and potential reductions in the cash reserve ratio (CRR). Regulatory compliance improvements. The FSR dossier highlights a significant improvement in regulatory compliance among banks and financial institutions. Monetary fines imposed by the RBI from June to November 2024 totaled nearly 300 million Indian rupees, a notable 47% reduction compared to 570 million Indian rupees during the same period in the previous year. This decline reflects enhanced adherence to regulatory norms. Strengthening of NBFCs. The report also makes notes on strengthening of the balance sheets of non-banking financial companies (NBFCs). It states that stress tests conducted by the RBI reveal that even under high-risk scenarios, NBFCs would retain capital levels well above the required minimum, showcasing their improved financial resilience. The FSR outcome suggests a balanced outlook for India's financial system, with positive signs of stability and preparedness for potential economic challenges. It reflects progress in critical areas such as asset quality, regulatory compliance, and the robustness of non-banking entities, while also highlighting areas requiring attention, such as liquidity management and macroeconomic risks. India's economic outlook for 2025, IMF projection. The latest International Monetary Fund (IMF) projections indicate that India will surpass Japan by 2025 to become the fourth largest global economy. The country is projected to surpass Japan in the coming year with a nominal GDP of 4,340 billion United States dollars. At present, India's economy is fifth largest in the world. India's steady rise in global rankings reflects a combination of factors, including technological advancements, policy interventions, and increasing private sector participation, all of which have contributed to its expanding economic footprint. By 2027, India is anticipated to overtake Germany, securing the third spot in the global rankings. Healthy FDI inflows and export growth. The foreign direct investment (FDI) in India reached 1.03 trillion United States dollars from April 2000 to September 2024, with over 69% of inflows occurring since 2014. The year 2024 saw major policy reforms, including the liberalization of FDI limits across certain sectors, tax incentives, and improvements in the ease of doing business. These factors have contributed to sustained investor confidence, keeping India as an attractive destination for global capital. The geographic trends in the FDI source data indicate popular jurisdictions with which India enjoys strong investment relationships. Notably, Mauritius led with 25% of total FDI equity inflow, primarily due to tax treaties and ease of investment structures. Singapore followed closely, contributing 24% of it, reflecting its role as a hub for global investment funds. The United States contributed 10% to India FDI, driven by investments in technology, e-commerce, and manufacturing. FDI inflows in India during 2024 were distributed across various sectors, with a focus on industries that align with the country's strategic growth priorities. The services sector emerged as the largest recipient, accounting for 16% of total FDI inflows, equivalent to 115.19 billion United States dollars. This sector includes financial services, and business outsourcing, showcasing its pivotal role in driving investment. Emerging industries like non-conventional energy also began gaining traction, reflecting a shift towards sustainable development and innovation. In terms of regional distribution of FDI, certain states and union territories in India continue to act as significant hubs. Maharashtra state led with 31% of total FDI inflows, 82.64 billion United States dollars, benefiting from its industrial base and mature financial ecosystem. The southern state of Karnataka, accounting for 21% of inflows, 54.57 billion United States dollars, leveraged its tech-savvy workforce and vibrant startup ecosystem. Additionally, Gujarat 16% and capital Delhi 13% also attracted substantial investments, driven by industrial and infrastructure growth. Other Indian states, including Tamil Nadu, Haryana, and Telangana, have also significantly benefited from FDI inflows, highlighting a broad geographic diversification and investment attraction. India's trade scenario in 2024. India's trade performance in 2024 reflects the country's rising prominence as a key player in international markets. The year 2024 marked achievements in exports and imports, backed by robust policies and strategic partnerships. India's trade growth in 2024 was fueled by diversification into high-value and technology-driven sectors, as well as sustained strength in traditional export industries. Key export drivers included engineering goods. Engineering goods continue to dominate India's export basket, supported by advancements in manufacturing and increased global demand for Indian machinery and equipment. Information technology and services. Bolstered by India's reputation as a technology hub, IT and business process outsourcing services saw sustained growth, catering to major markets such as the US and Europe. Pharmaceuticals. Leveraging its position as a major producer of generic drugs, India expanded its pharmaceutical exports to emerging markets in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Agriculture and processed food. India maintained its position as a top exporter of rice, spices, and marine products, with new markets opening up in the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Strengthening diplomatic relations. Key bilateral agreements demonstrated India's efforts in building economic and strategic partnerships. An important achievement was the finalization of a free trade agreement (FTA) with Iceland under the European Free Trade Association (EFTA), facilitating smoother trade flows between the regions. Additionally, a bilateral investment treaty with the United Arab Emirates (UAE) highlighted India's focus on enhancing its economic ties with the Gulf region. Further, India's President Draupadi Murmu's visit to Fiji in August 2024 indicated New Delhi's interest in strengthening ties with the Pacific Island nations, an area of growing strategic importance. India also hosted the third edition of the Voice of the Global South Summit, an event attended by representatives from over 100 countries. This summit amplified the voices of developing nations, showcasing India's leadership in fostering unity among the Global South. Building on its influence from hosting the G20 summit in 2023, India further strengthened its role as a bridge between advanced economies and emerging markets. Major infrastructure development in India in 2024. India's infrastructure landscape in 2024 experienced key advancements, such as expanding connectivity, urban development, and economic growth. India's central government announced a range of mega projects while ongoing initiatives progressed simultaneously. Key highlights of India's infrastructure development in 2024. Road construction and connectivity. India achieved a milestone in road infrastructure by constructing an average of 27 kilometers of new roads. This expansion is expected to improve regional connectivity and support country's economic growth by facilitating trade and transportation. Railway expansion and modernization. The completion of the Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link in Jammu and Kashmir marks a crucial juncture in regional connectivity. This project is expected to enhance economic opportunities, tourism, and mobility in the northernmost region of the country. The central government also announced additional high-speed rail corridors to complement the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train project, reinforcing India's ambition to modernize its rail network. Energy infrastructure. India expanded its renewable energy portfolio, with major investments in solar, wind, and hydropower projects. These initiatives align with the nation's goal to reduce its carbon footprint and achieve net zero emissions by 2070. India seeks to develop multiple green hydrogen hubs to position itself as a global leader in renewable energy. Major mega infrastructure projects announced in India in 2024. Bharat Expressway Project, a pan-India expressway project aimed at connecting major metropolitan cities with high-speed road networks, reducing travel time and boosting economic activity. Northeast Connectivity Corridor, a critical project to enhance road, rail, and air connectivity in the northeastern states, integrating the region more effectively with the rest of the country. National Logistics Policy Implementation. Infrastructure upgrades across major ports and logistics hubs to improve India's ease of doing business and reduce trade costs. Ganga Expressway Project, a mega highway linking Prayagraj to Meerut, significantly improving connectivity in Uttar Pradesh and fostering economic development. Regional Airport Development Initiative. Under the UDAN scheme, the central government announced the construction of 20 new regional airports, ensuring better connectivity in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Clean Energy Transition Projects. Development of the India Green Energy Corridor and Green Hydrogen Mission to enhance energy security and promote renewable energy integration. Sagarmala 2.0. Expansion of the Sagarmala project to modernize coastal infrastructure and ports, facilitating better trade and boosting the blue economy. Defense and security. India's defense budget reached a record 6.22 trillion Indian rupees, 72.65 billion United States dollars, reflecting New Delhi's keenness to modernize the country's military capabilities. The country signed a 3.5 billion United States dollars drone deal with the United States, marking a major milestone in their bilateral defense relations. Notably, the disengagement of Indian and Chinese forces in Ladakh signaled easing regional tensions. Stock market trends. India's stock market experienced volatility in 2024. While indices like the Nifty 50 and Sensex gained 10.5% in the first half of the year, the second half saw declines due to domestic and global challenges. Economic challenges and resilience. The July to September quarter saw GDP growth slow to 5.4% due to high food inflation. However, the RBI maintained steady interest rates and eased monetary conditions to address the slowdown. The economy is poised for recovery, with projected growth in emerging markets and reduced reliance on oil imports signaling a positive trajectory. Here are some key takeaways. With this, we have covered the growth, development, FDI, trade, infrastructure growth and challenges faced by the Indian economy in the year 2024. Do like, share and subscribe for more such interesting and useful content. The link to this report has been provided in the description. Thanks for watching.